Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, has sadly passed away. So the official Dragon Ball account on Twitter uploaded a statement, and I saw this statement as I uploaded it, and I thought it was a bit odd how they upload a statement because I don't usually upload statements. And as I was reading it, I couldn't believe the news that Akira Toriyama passed away. So apparently he died on 1st of March, but they announced it on 8th of March. It was due to a head injury, acute subdural hematoma. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but I think it's basically like a blood clot with blood between the skull and the brain. But yeah, I believe it was due to a head injury. And he was 68 years old, and he had more years to live. He was one of the few people that would affect me a lot if you know if he had passed away. And yeah, I found out while I was at work, and I just wanted to cry, but I had to hold it because I was at work. I didn't want to cry there, but just Dragon Ball means so much to me. Akira Toriyama made Dragon Ball. There's not a day where I just don't think about Dragon Ball. Every day I think about Dragon Ball. I'm surrounded by Dragon Ball. A lot of things I love to buy is Dragon Ball stuff. When I was younger and I got money, I didn't save it. I would just buy Dragon Ball Z DVDs, Dragon Ball DVDs, and Dragon Ball GT DVDs, games. And now I still do that with other Dragon Ball stuff like games, figures, and T-shirts and everything. Dragon Ball Z is my favorite show, my favorite manga. Well, actually, technically, my favorite book. Like, if every book Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z is my favorite show. Dragon Ball Z is my favorite book, and my favorite character in anything, Goku. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Super, they all mean so much to me. Um, just I can't believe he's gone. What an inspiration! So many mangas and animes that came after Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, they were so inspired by Akira Toriyama, which is really nice to see. And Dragon Ball Z is like one of the biggest animes, and it always will be. It's going to be always one of the biggest animes and mangas, like just Dragon Ball. It's always going to be well known. Like, this is a legacy Akira Toriyama created, and this is something that's going to continue, even without him, because it's just such a huge franchise, and the amount of people I've met because of Dragon Ball, the amount of amazing people I've met, and I have a lot of family that are into it as well, and we always talk about it, with my friends, and I even made YouTube videos about it, and on Twitter I talk about it a lot, and I talk about it with other people online, and it's just, we have all this Dragon Ball conversations, everything, because of Akira Toriyama. I have all these figures and everything because of Akira Toriyama. Everything. I just wanted to make this video by just, saying rest in peace, Akira Toriyama, and thank you for everything that you've done. I'm hoping your family, friends, workers, and us fans, just wish you all the best. I can't believe he's gone. It's so sad. I couldn't do it yesterday. I wanted to wait a day, which is now. But Dragon Ball is such a huge impact on my life. It's so amazing. It means so much to me. I was a kid when I got into it, like 4 to 5 years old. So 25, 26 years now I've been a fan. And when you're a kid, you get into stuff, but then you grow out of some stuff, you don't like some of that stuff anymore. There's some stuff that I still like that I was a fan of as a kid, like Pokemon, Batman, Spider-Man, all that stuff. And then there's Dragon Ball, an anime I watched, and I was obsessed ever since I watched it. I was obsessed, and I still am obsessed. And it's had such a huge impact on my life. It's funny, it's embarrassing to admit this. It's funny though. I remember a lot of things from back then because I'll remember that something Dragon Ball related happened that day, and I usually remember because of like, oh yeah, this is when Ultra Gogeta dropped out, so it was this date. I just it's sad, but just oh my god, I just can't believe he's gone. He gave us all this. What amazes me is that he still worked on Dragon Ball, like worked on Dragon Ball Super. Now we're getting Dragon Ball Daima, and he was even working on other projects as well still. And I remember seeing Chrono Trigger. I was watching the intro, and I was like, "Oh my god, these characters look like Dragon Ball Z characters." Like that's when I was a kid, and I played it because they looked like Dragon Ball Z characters. And yeah, just I found out that yeah, the artwork was done by Akira Toriyama and everything. So like there's just stuff I'm into because of him. And yeah, my favorite, like there's a lot of favorite moments in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, GT and Super. Um, like Super Saiyan is literally the most popular transformation ever. I don't care what anyone says. Super Saiyan is the most iconic transformation ever. It was my favorite moments in Z were Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan 2, Gohan, Gogeta, and also love how, you know, Cell and Boo seemed like they were undefeatable. And then Akira Toriyama just wrote the most amazing ways to get rid of those villains. He was a genius. The way he drew, the way he wrote characters, the story. My God. I don't even have involvement in GT, but we got GT because of Akira Toriyama inventing Dragon Ball. So, um, his artwork is amazing. I love his artwork, his books, like just everything. Such a huge impact on my life. Um, yeah, so good, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Yeah, it's really sad. Yeah, thank you so much, Akira Toriyama. Really, thank you for Dragon Ball. Let me know your favorite Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z or GT, Super, whatever moment is. Yeah, like I'm a huge Vegito fan, but my God, I don't think anything beats the Super Saiyan transformation. Like when Goku turned into a Super Saiyan and Gohan turning into Super Saiyan 2 as well. It's hard to pick, but and then Goku and Vegeta feud. It's hard to pick. I would say those three. It's hard to pick one, but of course, Goku transforming into a Super Saiyan is so iconic. All right, I'm going to end it here. Akira Toriyama, thank you so much for giving us Dragon Ball. Wish best of luck to your family, friends, workers, and you fans as well. All right, bye.